everybody, and welcome to another episode of Three Dads and a Console. We know not every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in video game news that you need to know about, so we're here to do it for you. And remember, this show is kid-friendly, so no earmuffs are needed, guys.
Excuse me.
On with the show.
I didn't do anything last week at about 45 minutes into the show.
You did. There's literally the only clip we posted in a while, and it's of you dropping gamer words.
F-bomb.
F-bomb.
That's right.
The worst of the worst.
I mean, you know, I feel like it's just part of, you know, normal Bostonian vernacular. Pez.
We run on spite.
Now, the show, I'm one of your hosts. Wobble plays alongside
What do you got?
Gandalf the Grey Court.
Gandalf. I don't even understand that.
I don't know. I was going to say
camera.
Court
Did you notice my camera
Yeah,
lost
give
its
it a
focus?
little bit of this. Give it a little bit of that. Give it a little bit of
Yeah,
But that
like you're
doesn't make any
doing
sense.
like you're doing TikTok.
There we go.
Sales
That was
pitch.
weird, eh? I like moved and it was like, we have lost all things.
out of focus.
Really bright.
It was as focused as Waba's transition.
That transition was
horrible.
Well, you know
Horrible.
what? All of a sudden, we're talking about rep, and then I learned what that was, and then Pez gives me a countdown starting at 4.
It's not my fault. No one else pays attention to the clock. We
Oh,
start
did
at
you?
8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hold on. No one else or Waba?
True, Waba. Court and I literally don't have to because Waba does like a 5-minute intro. The one person that has to pay attention to it doesn't.
And then I show people, like, and I'm like, all right, so what are the topics?
And then
Well,
all of a
we
sudden
were-
his alternator dies and he doesn't know why.
We were literally talking how Waba had been coming early before the show, and then this week, all of a sudden,
All of a
nope.
sudden.
Well, mind you, he was kind of late last week, and then he forced us to watch him eat his food, and we didn't want to see that. So
It was a real mukbang stream going on.
And
In
I
that.
said it's goldfish, and Pez is just yelling at me because it's
Dude,
the crunchiest
the
food in
back
his ear.
crinkling. Oh my god! If we were in another room, I would have thrown you off of my roof. It's horrible,
dude, you're about to be in the same room with him.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Wouldn't be the first time.
That other voice you
I
hear
literally
is
just
the,
wrote off the last trip.
Oh god,
I
I'm
felt
so
proud of
frustrated.
myself. Why?
Just because taxes, dude.
Taxes,
just did them.
The hand thing means
I
the
hate-
taxes.
I don't know. It took me 2.5 hours last night to reconcile my expenses.
Sounds
I
awful.
hate it so much because I have several accounts. I have to go through and determine what was an actual legitimate expense. What did I keep? What did I not? I have to make sure I don't double count it because I don't want to count like eBay and shipping and stuff like. It's so frustrating, dude.
I mean,
It's so stupid.
the easiest thing to do is just wash all your money through this corporation and be done with it. What are you doing?
Yeah, the Waba Corp.
We do not do. I'm not trying to get. Jesus Christ!
This is not financial advice, IRS. Leave us alone. Your tax
Hey,
chief-
hold on.
Didn't Doge like fire all them anyways? Don't
Yeah, who
worry
cares,
about
dude?
it.
There's 6 guys over there, and they're all Leonardo DiCaprio cardboard cutouts sitting around a table. No one cares at the IRS anymore.
Yeah, if the president of the United States can literally manipulate the market and not get in trouble for it today, whatever.
Yeah, all bets are off.
I hate how I buy something to sell. I pay taxes on it with the money that I pay taxes on. I sell it. eBay has to take taxes out of it, and then I have to pay taxes on it at the end of the year. And then the government says, "Hey, you owe us money,"
Hey,
and I say,
listen.
"Cool, how much?" And they say, "You got to tell us before we tell you if you're right."
That's right.
Like, it's so stupid. Just give me a bill. Why am I doing this? Now I have to pay some bozo in a Patagonia vest to click a few buttons for me and judge me on my expenses. I don't want to have to explain to him why I had to buy Hatsune Miku Project Diva for stream and why that's an expense.
You don't
I
have
don't
to.
need to tell this person.
Just say, write this off. Be quiet, Chester, and write it off. Also,
It's
hey
the-
everybody,
it's
how we
the
doing?
worst
What's the
time.
crack? Considering my intro is now 45 minutes long.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You know, saving the Pez for last.
Oh my god.
Of
this is
us, too.
horrible, dude.
Oh, sorry.
I
I can't be what you want me to
season
be.
3. I don't know. There's news.
News.
Oh, question.
Yes.
Has any of you two watched The Pit?
My wife has, and she loves it. She's watched the whole thing. She loved it.
That is the greatest show on television, and every single episode will make you cry.
That's what she said.
Oh,
She
It,
said it's the best show, and like especially the last few episodes.
hold on.
make you cry.
That's Waba's joke, and you said it like not a joke.
I don't understand.
You
What
said that's
happened?
what she said.
That's what she said.
Oh, did I?
You did.
Nailed it.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
Waba
My,
was
alter-
dying there.
my alternators.
Alternator
It is
busted.
dude. It is the best show on television, and it is heart wrenching.
Yeah, it's good. Real good.
And I watched this. Dr. Mike on YouTube said it's the most closest to a medical drama there is. Like it's actual medical procedures that they're using. But I can't believe that every episode they get you. They get you so bad. Like, geesh, that show so good, so good. I highly recommend it to absolutely everybody to go and watch The Pit. It's on HBO. It's the best.
It's on Peacock here in the States.
Okay.
So if you're a non-Canadian,
Yeah. Sorry, I'm Canadian.
you could be miserable and watch it on Peacock like the rest
I
of us.
finished watching what was that one on Apple Plus that everybody's not Severance. Severance is very good. Well, it was okay. Oh, White Lotus. All right. I have my feelings about the new White Lotus. It's
I've
on
never
Crave.
seen it, but
What's
Well,
it
that's
about?
HBO.
Tell
So,
us.
so there's 3 seasons. It's about, so at the very beginning of every season, they hint to something very bad that's happened, like a murder or pretty much someone dies. And they'll, like in one year, they showed a body floating in the water. They usually always actually show a body floating in the water. I just realized that. And then you have to piece together how you get there. It's interesting that everybody raved about this season, and I thought that this season was probably the worst so far of all 3. I just was like, some of the characters were very annoying at some points, and it got to the point where I just didn't care anymore about the characters themselves. But season 2 was pretty good. Yeah, I like season 2, but season 3, I just no, I wanted nothing to do with it.
Trying to think the
I
last show
can't really tell what it's about because then you're giving away everything.
Oh,
Right.
all
It's one
right.
of
So
those
what can you tell the setting? It's you said
It's at a hotel.
That's
And there's
This
like
is-
a bunch of different stories intermingling to a very tragic ending every single time.
it's a murder mystery.
Pretty much, yes.
There's been a murder in Savannah.
It's Danganronpa, the show.
It's not Danganronpa.
It's not Danganronpa, but close.
I'll take close. So what else has been going on?
So
Watching
speaking of
TV,
closed,
what else?
Nintendo Switch pre-orders might
Dunzo.
happen in the next. And
Canada canceled. U.S. on indefinitely.
now it is more funny that when they all got announced, I had to do my little make fun of all you Americans because yes, you guys were about to get hooped in the bum with regards to pricing. You still are, which is
Correct.
interesting because the Peter Pumpkinhead has decided that the tariffs are on pause for 90 days, so you can put your Switch pre-order in, but China is over 100% and everybody else is 10%. So if you bought your Switch 2, if you pre-order Switch 2, it will still have a 10% tax on it. And that's what tariffs are, people. It's a tax. So it's going to be 10% higher, which is better than the 46% higher that everybody thought it was going to be coming out of Vietnam. So whenever they do announce them, and I would assume that they're going to announce them any day now again and say the pre-orders, because originally we're supposed to be today.
Correct.
And they had to delay them because they were going to be 46% higher because the tariffs are paid by the people that are buying the thing, not the
China.
people that sell the things. So we'll see, but I would think that some of the parts and everything for this came from China. So I'm very interested to see what the price for the Nintendo Switch 2 is in the United States of America.
I mean, bundled with
Sorry?
Mario Kart, you're probably looking still at like 600, 550 maybe.
Has to be the same price as what PlayStation was coming out, right? Just because
No.
they got the Nintendo tax.
No, so I'm talking about the tariffs, like actual tariffs.
No, I
Yeah,
know,
it's a-
but people usually pay a premium for Nintendo anyway.
Trump's rhymes with tariffs. I'm in Canada, so no one can do anything to me. Like whatever, come get me.
Come
But
get 'em.
yeah, I'm not crossing the border anytime soon, so I don't need my phone look through. But yeah, it's it sucks for gamers. It's interesting that this is what put them over the edge.
What do you mean?
All the other terrible things this man's done, insurrection, all that, no one cares. Now you're making me pay more for my Nintendo Switch 2. It is over.
Listen, you want to upset the nerds, you're going to get the rage. If they're not screaming chicken jockey in the middle of a movie theater, they are tweeting horrible things because they have to pay $600 for a Nintendo Switch.
Which is the normal price here in Canada.
What was the last thing that got gamers this upset? I'm trying to think. Like, I'm going as far back as proprietary memory cards from the Vita, but I think there's must be something more recent.
No, people had to care about the Vita.
$10 upgrades on PlayStation for remasters.
That's so true.
Yeah.
$10 upgrades on PlayStation, or no first-party games on PlayStation on Game Pass, or Xbox gamers realizing that the console that they've been championing is dead and the whole thing is garbage. Yeah.
Trash. Funny.
I think that's it. Like, it's interesting how many all the
I mean, that's just not it. You know, you got those dorks on Twitter talking about the Stellar Blade girl. You got like all those, like that sect of nerds that get all upset when they like change a scrap of clothing on some anime waifu.
oh Jesus.
So you got that sect of dorks out there.
They have some points sometimes.
I
Sure.
think it's hilarious. I saw a pretty good take that I liked. I have complained all the time that Nintendo doesn't lower the price on their games and they don't put them on sale. And a lot of Nintendo purists used to be like, well, that's just because it's Nintendo and, you know, the console's not that expensive. Well, guess what? Now the console's really expensive. So you allowed Nintendo for years to gouge you on the price of Super Mario Odyssey and all these games for years and still sell it at the highest price. Now they got you.
They got them.
Yep.
They got you.
Put your moolah where your mouth is.
That's right.
There's nothing you can do about it. Nintendo knows, right?
I mean,
I personally am not going to pre-order that thing. So
no, I mean, we talked about it last week that the three of us, nothing really like, you know, got our fire stoked when it came to the Nintendo Switch 2 because it wasn't a monumental upgrade over the first one where you're like, I have to get this machine right here, right now. It's launching with Breath of the Wild or Mario Odyssey 2 or whatever. Like, there's no real packed in or launch day title that makes you just want to go, yep, here's my $500. I mean, unless you're a huge Mario Kart fan, which there are.
But is Mario Kart only on Switch 2?
Yes. It's exclusive to Switch 2. Yeah. There's no way you run that thing on the original Switch, it's going to explode in your hands. There's no shot you're making. There's no
5
shot.
FPS.
Yeah, there's no shot you're making it from one track to the other without the thing exploding. The fan just takes off right out of the whole machine. But yeah. I mean, you know, will I eventually get one? Probably, you know, when they drop a new Zelda game or whatever that I have to play because I'm a big stupid dork, but
sure.
This all true things. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad gamers finally have said something, and I'm glad when Nintendo had that Treehouse Live where they just showed Mario Kart for like 3 hours. The whole chat was just lower the price of games. That was it. That was what people in caps lower the price of games for 3 hours. And unlike Elon Musk, they did not rage quit out of their live stream.
Dude, have you seen the videos of that? That's the greatest thing ever.
It's incredible. This dude, his daughter admittedly said that he would pay her to boost him in Overwatch. In ranked, he is a bronze Torb main, which makes so much sense.
Bronze Torb? Are you kidding me?
Bronze Torb, and it makes so much sense because Torb is the worst. If you're maining Torb, you're a huge loser.
But the fact that you're in bronze,
I know.
I could probably pick the game up, and by the end of the day, I'd be like a silver roadhog.
This dude was a quote unquote Diablo 4 champion, right? Speedrunner. Best of all time, and then
we already figured out that was full of poop.
So he was playing Path of Exile 2 and he died at the tutorial boss, and then basically rage quit because his chat was just like, you're the worst person in the world, you're horrible, you suck at games, you suck at government, like you're terrible. And he just shut his stream off and was like, oh, my internet died. And that was it.
So that's actually a really good, I've used that excuse before.
Yeah, well, he was one of the highest. Does the same thing, so I get it.
He was the highest ranked in whatever game it was is that Path of Exile.
Yeah.
But then when he started playing, he was like testing it or something, and people were watching him play, and this like item dropped that like anybody in the world would go nuts for if you're playing that game. And he walked by it, and he was like even looked at it, and it was like meh, and he kept going. And like the odds of this thing dropping are so small, and he decided he didn't care, and he moved on and left it there.
No,
A plus clip farmer. This dude knows how to get his clip on Reddit. Like honestly, that A plus clip farmer. It's the same when I let people score on me in NHL. Obviously, like
true.
I would get scored
Easy
on.
clips,
I'm just
easy
letting it
clips,
happen for
easy
the
clips.
content.
I get it.
Easy.
Live stream fails. Easy. They're too easy.
That's right. So I know we talked about Switch 2. Pez, you had a topic for us, did you not?
Yes. As for anyone who has listened to the show for a long time, we are big fans of the game Tape to Tape. We've had Hassan, their community manager, on our show. The other day, I want to say it was Monday, maybe Tuesday, they announced a major content update that's coming out. So they're launching something called Campaign 2.0. Before I discuss what that is, what is Tape to Tape, gentlemen? Some would say Tape to Tape is a roguelite hockey game where you take over Angus McShaggy, you pick another name player, and then you have 3 other bum bench warmers, as they call them, little bum players on your team, and you get upgrades, and you have to do a run, and if you lose to like a name team, a boss team, you're done. Game's over. Your run's dead. You have to start over. Excuse me. Campaign is really fun. I've played it now on Steam probably a good like 50-55 hours. And they have now announced that they're coming out with Campaign 2.0. So Campaign 2.0, a complete rework, and this is straight from the Tape to Tape Discord. It is a complete rework of the core systems. I can't put that there. With major changes both in and outside of matches, events, node structure, pathing, progression systems, removal of the shop and puck currency system, retirement of legacy elite and power-up unlocking systems, new meta teams to start your run with, so you can pick different teams now instead of the same one, more elite teams, more bosses to challenge you during your campaign, tons of new relics, power-ups, upgrades, wider variety of nodes to explore across the map. So basically what the nodes are is in between games with named teams, you can pick like events, abilities, or training to upgrade your team. And an introduction of free agents and more control over your lineup and bench manipulation.
Did he finally put us in the game?
That is a great question. I did not ask, but we should have Waba ask because I think he likes Waba a lot.
Well, we should have
score.
Well, I feel bad because we were supposed to go out with him but I didn't understand. Like he was messaging. Do I still have him on my phone? I'll just text him.
We should have him on to talk about the update when it gets closer.
1000%.
That game is fun. I love that game.
1000%. I love that game. I play it on Steam Deck all the time. It's like the perfect Steam Deck game if you have it on Steam. Nice.
I'm like covering his phone number, but yes, I do have it.
It is like the perfect Steam Deck game if you are looking for a good way to burn off some time, play a little bit of hockey, and this update sounds awesome. Now it's the
Balatro hockey.
Now there is no. That is a great. That's a great analogy. There is no timetable for this update because it's so beefy. It's so big and beefy. But they did say that while
we should have him come on during the Stanley Cup playoffs because his team is going to make the playoffs.
It's crazy.
So frustrating.
It's crazy. I mean,
and they're good.
You guys set it up.
Likable, and they got likable players
right now.
It'll be like, oh, I haven't talked to you in a year.
So
it's so frustrating that the Habs are doing well.
I mean, it's because the Bruins stink, but it's okay. Yeah. We're tanking for
that time.
We're tanking for what's that winger? Provorov or something like that.
Frondell.
No, not Frondell.
Misa. No one wants Frondell.
Obviously Misa, but he's gonna go second or third, and the Bruins aren't gonna get him unless they win.
Frondell 6'5", Swedish tank. Be great on the third line.
Oh God! Shut up, Pablo. Porter.
All
Matrone.
My favorite players are bottom.
Porter.
Porter.
Porter Matone.
Matrone.
Matron, popcorn.
I
who
want
cares?
Porter Matrone just because when people call into a sports radio show,
called
they're
Porter.
gonna butcher his name.
Yeah, Porter
Every
Matron.
single turn, like
Yeah, guys.
Bashman, like the people here just can't
Text it.
handle anyone.
That's it.
Kid, this guy, 6'3", 208, Porter Matron, gonna be an absolute beast.
Pasternak.
Okay, did you watch my video?
No,
Porter
I've been
Matron?
working all day, but no.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the person that was like, I need to know all about all the prospects. So I make a video and say, go watch the video. He definitely didn't watch it.
I know, not yet, but I need
Waba
to
still
because then I'm
wants
gonna.
James Higgins, okay? Because Waba is just Don Sweeney in disguise.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Here's my take on James Higgins. Now the hockey. You know what? We'll do the hockey at the end. I'll talk hockey at the end.
Okay.
But for the listeners, we have a secret hockey podcast that is the last 10 minutes of this show every time.
Every time.
It's called Tape to Take.
Oh my God! What a great name.
I like that, Tape to Take.
Wow.
I mean,
Ooh.
Fuck. Oh my friend.
That's
Fuck
okay.
off.
I cook on certain things, and you guys are like, oh, that's ass.
Like, I'm
That's good.
Speechless at how good that was. I'm stunned right now.
That's very good.
That was very good. So anyway, go check out Tape to Tape. It's on Steam. I believe it's on console.
Yes.
No, it's not on
No.
console.
Wasn't I playing it? No, I was playing it on the Steam Deck.
No,
it's
it
on
is not
Steam.
on console. I've been,
But no,
I've
I was
been
using an
wanting to-
Xbox controller to play it on my monitor. That's
remember
what
when
threw me
you
off.
guys played me and when we beat you?
Yeah,
Well,
but
you
you
know-
only beat me because I was distracted by the
You know,
the light was in my eye.
There's only so much I can do to carry this team.
I don't play defense, and I'm not going to, and I'm not going to let anybody or any game change me.
I would also like to interject that Waba also doesn't play offense, but that's doesn't play defense. He also doesn't play offense.
So someone might say I'm a great third line.
He's a
Center.
he's a glue guy. He's a locker room guy. He's a glue guy.
Got
We
3
need him.
goals, 6 assists, 200 penalty minutes. That's me.
If you're a cheapskate like me, you can wish list it, but buy it at full price. It's so much fun.
Yes.
You'll really enjoy it. So shout out to the guys at Tape to Tape because it's a lot of fun.
I love that they're still supporting it like this aggressively like that. I feel like, sometimes in the hockey cycle, you get 7 months of support and then that's it. I know this isn't an annualized game, but the
I
fact
just
that
wanted a
like they showed
console.
it, yeah, they showed it at PAX last year. They made a huge push with their publisher Null, and now it's like almost pretty much a year later since we got to hang out, and this is what's coming out. Like that's excellent. Like that, what value for that type of game? It's excellent.
I mean, it's almost celebrating in May. It'll celebrate its 2-year anniversary of its release date. So the fact that it's getting still getting major content, because a lot of publishers they'll put their game out, they'll do a year update, and then all of a sudden it's done. Like that's it, we're done. We're gonna go focus on something new, and these guys are like, nope, we're really gonna put in new content. What do you got?
I have
Breaking
a funny
news.
joke, and it's a funny joke. Dire wolves evolved, went extinct for 10,000 years, and came back with genetic modifications all before Dak Prescott made the NFL championship game.
True. Joe, Dallas Cowboys
He-
in shambles.
He stinks.
That whole team, that whole division. No, that's not true. The division doesn't stink, but the Cowboys do,
Don't worry.
and the Giants.
Oh,
do.
that's a cup. What's in that cup, Pez?
water
Oh,
because I drink
Fine.
at least a gallon of water a day. Thank you, everybody. Please pull over
Well
in your
done,
cars
well
and
done.
clap. Thank you.
Hydro homies.
Hydro homies.
Yep.
And this was a coffee that was purchased.
Coffee.
A coffee. Hey, you want a coffee? Get a water and a coffee. This coffee
Want a
was
water.
this coffee cup was purchased on Sunday.
Okay. There's
What? I use it as a cup.
is that the same straw?
No.
What do you
Yes,
just have
it
a
is.
bunch of
No, it's
orange
not.
straws?
I have a bunch of orange straws. Guys, go to twitter.com/3dadsconsole, and tomorrow morning I will post the picture of my glove box with 1,000,000 straws in it.
All right.
When you just call it a straw box at that point,
I mean, there are
seems
no
like a
gloves
straw
in
man
there.
argument.
Does anybody put gloves in the glove box?
No, they don't.
I do.
What?
I mean,
If
Why?
it fits, must have quit.
You
Why?
don't even go outside, and when you did, your car died. So be quiet.
I did.
How
I
do you
drove.
how do you function? Like, what do you do?
So on Monday, I told this on stream. On Monday, my car, I drove to the post. Well, first I sold something for $10 earlier
Nice
that
shot.
day, My car made it back and forth. Then I went to the post office and I went to pick my daughter up. There, I could push the button. My
Why was
car
your
would turn
daughter at the
on.
post office?
Oh, sorry, no, she's at her daycare.
Okay.
Sometimes she goes to the post
Because
office.
she was holding line for him so he could bring the rest of his crap to go sell.
That makes
God,
way too
God,
much
I would
sense.
never. So then I go to pick her
Yes,
up. I
you
push
would.
the button. It doesn't start. So now I'm like, oh, what do I do? So I call AAA to get someone here. And then we have a friend who tries to jumpstart my car, and my car still doesn't start. So the guy comes, takes 20 minutes, comes up and goes, "Oh, it's your alternator." I go, "Oh, interesting. What is that?" And then he proceeds to tell me what an alternator is. The reason why I can't be specific is because I was nodding my head the whole time, so he would think that I understood what an alternator was, but I still don't. What's an alternator?
It basically handles all the wiring,
Perfect. That did not work.
I believe.
So he grabbed a they went to a tow guy from the same place. I waited for more time. The tow guy comes. The tow guy is able to back up my car successfully and just goes out the window and goes, "You're good." Like, are you sure about that? I was not good. The battery it soon died after. So yeah, then I pay for the alternator, whatever it is. It's a lot of money. But then the guys at the store continue to tell me, all these things about cars. He goes, "Do you need an oil change?" I say, "Do I?" And he says, "Do you have regular or synthetic oil?" I said, "That's a very good question."
I don't know.
And then my daughter wanted to see the new part. And she says, "Where is it?" I go, "That's the new alternator." She goes, "What does it do?" I go, "It alternates."
Horrible, dude.
So I don't know anything about cars. So if you're a mechanic and I have car problems,
Mechanic? What's a mechanic?
and a
Dude, we had
mechanic,
just a bunch
What is
of
going on with
mushmouths.
words today?
Just a bunch of
Yeah.
Can you-
mushmouths, dude. It doesn't matter.
You guys
Nothing matters.
missed them pronouncing popcorn before the show. That was
am
a
I?
thing.
Do I say it right or wrong?
You were saying it wrong. Hold on.
I
Stop.
say it wrong.
You were saying it wrong only because Pez was saying it wrong. And then once I said it right, you instantly phonetically said it properly.
No, that's
Because
I'm
it's
matching
not-
social styles.
It is not PUP, it's POP.
Popcorn.
Pop. Yeah.
Pop.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Pop.
As you say it.
I say popcorn. Apparently,
Popcorn.
it's just
Thank
because
you.
it's like I got kicked in the
Popcorn.
head by a donkey. That's all. That's all that happened.
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
It's
There
like
you
a
go.
popcorn. Say it on my.
There you go. You're saying it properly.
Good. I don't-
Popcorn. Hello.
I don't
welcome
have
to
I don't have
popcorn.
that accent. I don't want it. You can leave it.
Popcorn.
Oh, I've almost platinum Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I don't think I'm going to now because one of the things I have to do is like find these like mythical animals, but they're only around during certain times and certain seasons, and I'm just like,
That sounds
Oh,
awful.
you have to
Yeah.
wait for the seasons to change.
yeah, exactly. Like I do not have patience for that, as you all know. Like I think that's kind of garbage. So it's not going to happen now. I've moved on. That's why I was like playing NHL today, just because I wanted to upgrade the OV after his 895. I felt inspired to
Mhm.
play NHL. Still, the gameplay is fantastic. The mechanics with regards to Hockey Ultimate Team are, I don't know,
Ultimate
man,
Trash.
not good. But you know,
Are
what
you
annoys
making
me,
the
though?
99 or are you just going to keep the 95?
I'm gonna go for the 99. I just gotta
Well-
finish the moments. I'm almost done.
That's not how you upgrade them to a 95.9.
Oh, how do I do it?
So you need all the moments, and he goes to a 95. If you want the 99 with the cool card art, you need to then have 15 at 91 plus overall cards.
Oh,
Which
for
you
God's
can-
sake! So that's not going to happen. See,
So-
that once again, this is the reason. It frustrates me because this NHL has probably the best hockey gameplay I've ever
Yep.
had in a game. I feel like I can run plays. I can, cycle the puck, and I can feel like I'm playing hockey. And I think they did a phenomenal job with that. But the Hockey Ultimate Team, with the way they do, still, I'm going to complain till there's someone in the face. But the collectibles to trade in to get so bad.
So bad.
Yep.
Just let me grind for the card, okay? Please stop. Please stop. Or at least have it so instead of collecting these collectibles, have me collecting like Legacy Capitals players and make it a little fun where I'm using like a Capitals team and you know what I mean?
Mhm.
If that happened, because they did that in the past, the prices get jacked up on the market for those certain items, unless you give them away doing like moments or
Well, so
programs or whatever it is.
here's the reason why they shouldn't. They could make it work. There's a game and I'll reference before. It's
Ooh.
called MLB The Show.
Oh,
Now,
indie, nice.
indie game MLB The Show.
Little
Once again, that game they've reworked Diamond Dynasty and it's fantastic again. And the way you can do it is you have your team set. So you have your Caps team. Every team has their own team set, and you have the Team Infinity where you can unlock these cards. You already have these cards. They're just forcing you to play with the cards, and then you earn rewards by playing in like different mini games, like they do Diamond's Quest or what are the other games? Mini seasons, all these different ways to earn rewards.
Conquest.
So Conquest is another one. Yes, they get jacked up, but you should already have them by then, is what I'm trying to say is. And they don't get jacked up that much. And the market in NHL is absolutely garbage anyways. Like there's no
It's so bad.
sellers. It's so bad. Like,
Once
it
you
doesn't
make
even
a
make any
bid, you
sense.
can't refresh. I have to go into it. I have to hit auction. I have to back out to see if somebody outbid me.
It's absolutely terrible. So I just think you could do so much more, especially with this Ovi thing. They could have done one where you're like making Wayne Gretzky, like all this kind of like they could have done so much with this. I think the Ovi moments are really cool.
Yeah.
I was really appreciative and I really like replaying these moments. I'm almost done all of them and I think they're awesome. But I think you could have done so much more with the game. You could have done a Boston Bruins one when they brought out that jersey and been like, here, play some moments and you'll unlock the Bruins. Like, just so many opportunities to do things and they just don't. And they always unlock it by like these ridiculous do this, do that kind of stuff, or get shorthanded goal. Like you can't do that kind of stuff, but they do. They've got to figure out a happy medium. They need to do programs and they need to do them properly. And they also need to do it so that when you instead of pressing R2 to go to the screen to finally see where I am on the on their season or whatever, their XP path, have it better. Have it on the main screen so it's just there. It's just clicking on an icon. It's just the interface is bad. It's unfortunate, and I understand because it's made by EA that it's not the developers themselves. It's them being told you need to put in this gotcha stuff, and it is what it is. But unfortunately, a game like NHL, you're going to get the whales no matter what to buy packs. So if you want to build the community and build the game, you need to do something different with it.
And team of the season's happening now with the same type of requirements. You need like 1591 plus overalls, which are very like it's very challenging to get. And that's for me. And I know I haven't been playing as much, but like I was able to complete it all, but I had to like sacrifice people on my team. And I have players I can upgrade, like I can trade them for the team of the season to trade in the team of the season. But then for this to come out at the same time, I know they can't control it, but like you could see the progression coming. You know when team of the season's gonna happen. You know Ovechkin's like going on a tear, like it just kind of is weird how they just kind of like shoehorned it in. And so now everybody was like, you know what? F team of the season. I'm going to make Ovechkin because he's already in 99 and his stats are crazy. So it's like, okay, so now anyone who maybe even cared about making one or two players of this big event, probably your last big event this year, is now pivoting to extra content. So whatever, game plan you had. Not to mention this event right now has 6 male players that you can make. They have 6 PWHL players, which are really cool that upgrade. But you can't make them. You have to pull them in packs. There is no way to make a female, team of the season player, which upgrades like you could with Taylor Heisey. I want to make Hillary Knight. I can't. I will never have her on the team because you can only make them in packs.
Yeah, there's some choices that need to be fixed. It makes no sense because the thing I do like about MLB The Show is when Pez and I used to play religiously, we had different lineups.
True.
And people liked certain guys' swings or certain like me and Pez both like Rafi Devers, but not everybody had them on their team. But I could hit dingers with that guy all day long. And then other people were like, I really like Francois Lindor. I couldn't stand Lindor. And then there was Dansby Swanson. Pez didn't even understand.
The worst swing in the world. I hate that swing.
But for some reason, I was batting like 380 with this guy. Like I was just all I could do is hit with this guy. So it's very interesting, and that's what frustrates me about NHL because it just becomes the meta of like, oh, this is the guy you use at center, this is the guy you use
Yep.
on wing, and this is the guy that you use on the defense. Instead, it should, and an easy way to fix it is one, have live cards. So have the master set being live cards. So if a player is having a good year, because that's when the market starts working for you. Like that's when you could have a Pavel Dorofeev that you bought at the beginning of the year and he probably would have been nothing. But because the guy's got 30 goals this year,
Stunks.
exactly, his card would get better because the guy would go up, right?
Mhm.
And that's how you have a market so that these extra cards that you get aren't going to be ridiculously priced because it doesn't matter because you can use your favorite player because his card's going to be good.
Mhm.
If he's playing well, his card is good. So I just think there's an opportunity here to, one, be more engaging with the community. Two, have people pay attention to the game of the NHL that's going on and not just the video game. And three, make it fun. Because right now, people that play these games are the same people that collect sports cards. Let them collect them in the video game. I promise you. I promise you, EA. I promise you.
It's tough
People
because
will like it.
I mean, I play the game a lot, probably less so as the summer goes on. But I would say generally, I would say even before Team of the Year, like when I was able to get like Heisey and McKinnon, but like generally my team was made up of players I didn't like or I didn't care about. Because those were just the best players I could get. Either sometimes they were here free.
That's
I have no Bruins on my team. Isn't that messed up? And when I opted for Ottinger over Swayman because Ottinger was better.
I have that pasta.
Fair. But I went with Crosby because again, he was better
because
card stats.
The meta told you he had to.
I have not one Bruin player on my team because
What
frankly
about
they're not keeping
Brad
up.
Boys?
Boyes.
Oh my god. Well, I didn't know who Brad
But-
Boys was.
Oh,
I
Jesus Christ.
still don't. But also
Major League
too
Legend.
the packs. I can only think of one card in recent memory that I got that I could actually put on my team. The packs are just useless.
Well,
really
I will say this:
discouraging.
the packs in MLB The Show are pretty much useless all the time too. They're just used as fodder to sell in the market, and then you can sell the cards you get in the packs, and then you're able to buy the players you want. It's the programs that they use to build sets. So you have to finish each program, and there are other programs they're called, and you go in. And what the other programs are for is pretty much the moments that we have in NHL, where if something's going on. But what they do is they have other program that's on a month. So every month, what they'll do is they'll take the guy that from the previous month that's had the best month in baseball, and they give him what's called a lightning card. But through that, you'll get to relive all the great stuff that happened in Major League Baseball the month before. So if there's any historic moments or anything like that, you get to relive them in moments and unlock those players' cards. So there's all these different players that get pretty decent cards because they had a good month. So like, for example, Morgan Geekie would get a card. And you'd be able to get like a 90 Morgan Geekie because he had a good month. Or Pasternak. So then you get Waba, you get to play your favorite players' cards because not everybody's going to use that Geekie or Pasta, and they're like, whatever, because it's not their favorite player because they have other 90s they can use. But you would be like, well, I'm going to use it. I'm going to throw them in my lineup, right?
I wish.
And they even use the images of the cards are actual images from the game. And I'll say this: when I spoke to the guys over at EA and I interviewed them and I talked to them, that was my suggestion. I was like, hey, the fact that you guys aren't working with Upper Deck on something to put like, hey, here's Upper Deck, here's free advertising. Put your cards in our game.
Even like base cards.
I said,
just give them the base card.
That's what I said. I was like, think how amazing and how crazy it would be if you could unlock the Gretzky 99 rookie card, OPG. People would lose their minds.
They go bananas. Donkey Kong bananas.
Like Waba, if you could get like historic hockey cards that you grew up wanting.
Give me the Bergeron Young Gun. Like it's like the ones I grew up with are my card collecting has happened the past 6 years, but
still, you know what I mean, right?
No. I think a lot of people
have a Bergeron Young Gun. I do. It's behind me right there. It's right above my finger. I also have a Pasternak Young Gun. It's right there. You don't have that either.
Bang, bang, bang.
Because I can't let go of anything. You're good at that.
I
like
just buy them.
Trading up. Like, you'll sell the players you don't like.
No, I go on YouTube and I make videos and then I take the income and I buy the thing I want.
Oh, that's why I don't spend. I just dig a hole in my backyard and put an X over it.
Makes his daughter wait at the post office. She can stand in line to sell things.
But anyways, that's my rant on NHL because I think with everything that's going on in hockey, I was like, there's playing the Ovechkin moments, I thought they did a very good job with that, and I'm like, there's so much more they could do with stuff like this. It's
Sorry to
just,
break the news about the upgrade.
yeah, I'll stick with the 95. I'm fine.
It's a very viable card. I just like the card art, and I was gonna do
But
this
see what you
stuff
mean?
anyway.
The viableness, like that doesn't even make any sense to me. It should be amazing. It's Ovechkin.
Like I have a 96 right now with a 91 speed. That's not a viable card.
Not viable.
I will say this: like the last thing with NHL is one thing I'm noticing. So Team of the Season is supposed to be like a very big event because the cards are Mecca upgrade. What do you think the big creators are playing that typically would play NHL?
MLB.
After-
MLB
go
the
for it.
show.
And the fact that this has
You want to
happened
know why?
several
Because
years.
they can all do what I'm talking about. It's fun. You know how much fun it is to watch a creator go through the program and they're like, oh, let's do like how they always go away to Japan and they play a series there. They'll do that, and you get to unlock all the players that had big moments through that. There's going to be cards, and they instantly have them. And then they have a rookies thing. So, like, you know how we all like rookies in the NHL. What
Oh.
they'll do is they'll have 2 other programs, and they'll put every single rookie card, and you're able to unlock every one of them. Some of them are in packs, but they give you a chance to get those packs. So what they'll do is they'll throw packs in there. You can still buy them. They'll give you, say there's 6 cards. They'll give you 2 packs, and you have a chance twice to get one of those awesome rookie cards that you want. Otherwise, later on, you know that you're going to be able to earn them, or you can buy them in the store. If you want, you can go buy them in the packs, but it is what it is. But then you put them towards collectibles and all that kind of stuff. They reward you for playing the game. They're not giving you XP cards that you put towards. They're giving
Those are
you
so
actual
useless.
physical cards. So you're like, oh, do I put that guy in my lineup or don't I? And then they'll also, like, if they give you a card, like perfect example is the Jose Bautista is a 7, it's an 83 or whatever. The Jose Bautista they give you right off the bat. Well, you need to use them. You have no choice. You need to use them a bit to upgrade it to get extra XP. So they force all these cards that they throw into there that are not as good, they're not the meta, they force you to use them anyways. And guess what? They end up being okay. And then you learn that the meta doesn't matter.
Mm.
Because when you end up playing MLB The Show and you see teams, not everybody uses there's probably, I would say, Pez, correct me if I'm wrong, there's probably like 4 cards most of the time that everybody uses.
Yeah.
But then everybody else uses these, like either their favorite player or another card that they feel is better for them.
If I could, I think also one of the problems with NHL 25 or the NHL series in general is you have Team of the Year and Team of the Season. Now, Team of the Season and Team of the Year share 4 identical players. And that is a problem if you're looking to, if you want what Court wants and is to diversify lineups, if you have 4 or 5 players in the same sets, it really doesn't help your cause. And I understand,
And you don't upgrade
like,
the female players.
right? And I understand that, like, you're always going to want a Cale Makar or whatever, but if your Cale Makar Team of the Year is viable, and there is another defenseman like Zach Werenski, he got a Team of the Season, which is great because he's having a good year. But if there's another good defenseman having a great season, put him as your Team of the Season, and then make all 3 of them usable. And there you go.
And
There's
then
the
they-
varied lineup.
Yeah, and they always make, for some reason, they make the classic, like the Hockey Heroes guys, they do nothing with these cards. They should have it so, like, if you complete the Blackhawks set, you get like you get a decent card because
Jeremy
the
Roenick.
Blackhawks don't have a lot of. So yeah, you get like a Roenick card. That's how you get the Roenick card, and then you have Anaheim, you get a Paul Correa, and so on and so forth. And then these other classic players, they go in to be used in the programs where you have to use them to unlock other things. Like that's how you get them, because all these cards that you pick up, like you get, like I picked up Pierre Turgeon in a pack today. It's 78 overall. I'm never going to use the darn thing. I have no reason to use it. Give me a reason to use these cards. They give you no reason to use these Legends cards. There's 0 reason to use them. But if
Right.
you make you use them for programs or set, all that kind of stuff, people will use them, and then that creates a demand for those cards.
Yep.
But until that happens, they're just fodder. They're just pointless things that you pull in a pack. And these guys that you pick up in AHL and all that, get rid of those cards altogether.
Yeah,
There doesn't
useless.
need to be AHL. Useless.
Useless.
Especially in Hockey Ultimate Team, you don't need the AHL guys. You don't need the guys playing in the European leagues. You don't need them. Make it just NHL. Only NHL. You could still use those guys if you play like exhibition games, but for Hockey Ultimate Team, it should be NHL and NHL Classic Heroes and PWHL players. That's the
Yep.
only people that should be in there.
That's it.
And they now made the sets, the minimum is 85. So if you have anything below an 85,
Useless.
really you can't do anything with it. And I even did the math. By the way, the fact that I have to make, I'm good at math. The fact that I have to make a spreadsheet to figure out like my capacity with all these cards is kind of silly. But like if I used all those under 84 and like did some trade-in sets with Team of the Week, which by the way have an animation, this would literally take me like hours to do. I would have less than 191. Like if I didn't do the math, I would have wasted my time because you put stupid pack animations on an 82.
And that's another frustration of mine. The way it works in MLB The Show is if I have to trade a card to in the sets, all that means is I can't sell it because the market means something in MLB The Show. So you have to make a decision when you pull like an amazing card in a pack. Like I remember, I can't remember what it was. I think Pez pulled like the Julio Rodriguez, the home run derby one. I was like, oh my God. And he was like, actually, I'm going to sell it, dude, because the market was high on it. So he was able to sell it for like 50,000 stubs.
It was Juan Soto's.
And yes, Juan Soto. Sorry. Yep. Yes. My apologies. And he didn't want it. He's like, I don't care for the card. So he sold it and he was able to buy cards that he wanted for his set. I think it was like, I can't remember what it was. But he was able to buy the cards that he wanted in his lineup by selling the card that everybody wanted because it didn't matter. Because if he brought in 2 cards that he want, it offsets this Juan Soto in his lineup. He gets the pitcher he wants. He gets this. It makes him happy.
I still have stonks.
Look at that.
Mad stubs left over.
And they create a market with it too, because the way it works is there's an actual market. You're actually able to sell cards because everybody wants
on your phone, which is also amazing.
Yes, and everybody wants to complete their sets. So every card matters. So there's no like when you pull a pack and there's nothing in it, and you're like, oh, none of this matters. Well, no, it does because you got to complete the sets. So it treats it like it's a real hockey card collecting. It would be so much. Oh my God, it's frustrating.
It'd be great.
It's very frustrating.
It'd be great.
It's almost as frustrating. I don't know. I wanted to talk about this. So my daughter is trying out for rep hockey now. And people who are listening, rep hockey in the United States, it's rep hockey in Canada is just like the traveling team in the United States. Now, my daughter is pretty good. She's not great, but she's pretty good. She got 64 goals this year.
Sheesh.
Yeah, she's good.
5
for her
years,
age.
she's gonna be Gretzky.
We're in Canada here.
Yeah.
She's good for her age. Okay. She is, and yet I am a nervous wreck watching my kid try for it because she really wants to make this team. And this is the first time ever where I can't, as a parent, save her or control the situation. Nope. There's nothing I can do. I just have to let it play out. Either she's going to be crushed or she's going to be happy. And it's killing me, guys. Like it's destroying me. It's tearing me apart.
Is there another option if for whatever reason she doesn't get accepted?
No, it's house league. That's it.
What is house? Sorry, I don't.
House league is just rec hockey. Like everybody gets to play that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she'll dominate, but I think to make her a better hockey player, she needs to make this rep team because she'll get better opportunity, play against better players, better competition. She'll become a better hockey player. It's unfortunate because the way tryouts work for hockey is it's just a glorified practice. You just have to look good in practice. Yeah. It has nothing to do with in a game, and it's tough.
Gotta hit a mish again on your second shift.
Hit a
mishy.
There you go,
dude. As a coach, when kids say they want to hit a mishy, I tell them to get the heck off the ice.
You bag skate them.
Oh my God, it's so dumb. It's such a pointless goal. It is so hard to do. It is such a low percentage. Everything about it is so dumb.
Take those odds.
No, I was just going to say.
But you can't even skate, let alone hit a mishy.
I
can't skate. No, not at all. I'll break my ankles.
But can you do a mishy?
I haven't tried. So right now, I can't say that I can't.
Can we get the PAX Duncan booth to be a hockey theme, and we can see if Wobble will do it for free swag? I bet he would pull it off then.
Oh my God! If there was a free bucket hat,
dude,
I would hit a mishy. Oh my gosh!
All over it.
I would toe drag. I can't even do that in a game.
It's all about as a parent who's been through stuff like this before. All you have to do is get your congratulations speech ready, but more importantly, I'm very sorry this happened. However, we can look at this positively speech ready. And even if you have to BS that, because it's hard.
But when does the nerves go away?
Oh, they don't.
Oh,
They don't. I mean, when she makes it, they'll go away. But after that, they don't. Ever. Like, I'm always nervous watching my kid play sports. It is what it is.
It's so hard. It's so hard. I've never had this before because everything else in life I've controlled or I can protect her from being hurt, right?
Mhm.
And this I can't.
No, I mean, we I'll share the story. So Kenzie plays town travel, and they split the teams from like basically from an 8. There was one team with like 19 kids on it, and they split it into a team of 2. It's basically like an A team and a B team, even though they say there's no A and B team. You know, like who's on it.
Yeah, no. As a coach, I had to do an A and B team this year. My
Yeah.
daughter was on the A team.
Yeah, and you're always like, oh, they're the same. Like, no,
No,
they're the same. It's like, no.
no. I called it A and B, and I
Did
just
you?
didn't tell
Good for you.
anybody why. Yeah.
So the coach, one of the coaches we're good friends with, was giving her a hard time, and he was like, "Oh, Kenzie, we had to trade you. You're on the B team, blah blah blah." And so we're driving home. She's like, "Do you really think I'm on the B team?" And I said, "No, I don't know." I said, "But doesn't matter." She was like, "Well, kinda, because like I want to be on the good team." I go, "It's all about getting on the field, right?" Yep. I said, "Listen, you have the opportunity now." I said, if you're on this other team and these girls aren't as good as the team you are on, you have an opportunity to lead this team and be an impressionable, good person on this team. I said, and use your leadership.
You use the
skills.
word impressionable. I don't
Yeah.
believe you.
100%, dude. When I get into dad talk mode,
Okay.
we're in.
All right.
We're locked in. And I was like, ultimately, what is your goal to be a soccer player? And she said, I want to play varsity as a freshman next year. And I said, great. So what you do is you practice those leadership skills on the field. I was like, you practice talking to the girls on the field. I was like, you can take, it doesn't matter what level you're at. I said, if you are good enough, you can influence the people around you to play well as well. And then I come to find out that he was just BSing her. Like later.
Oh.
And she was like, that wasn't very nice. And I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. Same rules apply. Like, try hard, man. Like, just play hard and you'll be fine. But yeah, get that dad talk ready because like it's gonna be rough. She doesn't make it. But yeah, that
Dude,
nervousness doesn't go away. Like when
she's gonna make it, but like
when high school sports kicks in and she has to try out for high school sports and like, you know, she's a freshman and they're going up against seniors.
So
and
high school sports here is not a big deal.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Yeah, like our rep teams would dummy our high school teams.
Yeah, I mean that's the same in the soccer world. That's the same because like club soccer is like
everybody makes the rep team in soccer.
The best of the best.
Jesus, give me a break.
Well, not in the U.S. Well, maybe because you have to pay for it. They're just like everyone will take everyone.
Everybody makes the team.
That's baseball. Where
they make tryouts to see how many players they can get to make how many teams.
Would not surprise me. Thankfully, my kid doesn't do any of that club soccer stuff because it's too expensive. But yeah, high school sports.
Do you know how much hockey is, dude? Listen to this.
Could not imagine.
I just bought so. Every year I've been buying the daughter her skates at Play It Again Sports. So I'm paying like $20. That's it. I'm Waba, you'd be proud of me. I'm very cheap on her hockey equipment.
I love Play It Again Sports. I have them here.
But because she's going to be possibly playing rep, I wanted to reward her. So I just bought her a brand new pair of skates. They were $250. Then I bought her a brand new pair of gloves. It's $100. Then she was like, Daddy, can I get a stick? I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's the first stick she grabs was $550. I'm like, no.
Oh, F that.
Put that one away.
I told her if she makes the rep team, I will get her a custom Swift stick. Like you can buy them online and get her name put on it. And I was like, I'll get you one of those. And that's like $200. Oof. But a normal stick is $100.
Oof. Good thing she's not a goalie.
Dude, hockey is
ridiculous. You get a third mortgage on your house if she was playing goalie. Unbelievable.
Hockey is expensive.
Hockey is expensive. It's one of the reasons why I didn't have my daughter play it. I was like, there's no way I could afford all this stuff. There's no way.
I mean, I sold a pair of goalie equipment, and man, people pay a lot for used stuff. I couldn't believe it.
It's expensive. It's expensive.
Like two crappy, leg pads. So it was like 280. I was like, what is really?
Leg pads,
Whatever.
goalie pads.
Leg pads.
Goalie pads. They go on your legs. I didn't wear them. I just slang them.
The
Okay,
fact that you
Waba,
call them
Waba,
leg pads
hold on,
is
hold on.
upsetting. I'm upset.
I'm not letting this go.
Not
Don't let it
letting
go.
this go.
Get
I have
really real,
decided.
son.
You have been playing a hockey video game for how many years?
Since
10
2015.
years. 10
2014.
years. It's a decade.
Okay.
Baker's
You
dozen.
collect hockey cards.
Yes.
You watch hockey. You have until next year to actually learn the game, know what you're talking about, or you are no longer allowed to do any of it. Because I'm done.
No kick
I am
pads.
done.
No kick
I am
pads.
done with the travesty of insulting the game of hockey. As a Canadian, America has insulted us enough lately, and this is just, you've gone too far.
Just don't put a Russian name in front of me.
Well,
That's all
I
I
already know
ask.
that. Like, honestly, you you opening hockey
Boyan.
cards and trying to name guys is just the best.
It's just
The
absolute
best is
cinema.
I tell some. I remember the other day. I think what's his name, Larionov. Is that correct?
Larionov.
Larionov.
Okay, so I
Igor
can't do it right.
Larionov.
But I
Nope, you
told
said
people, I said, I remember
Larionov.
everybody grilled me one year, but I learned his name was Larionov, and people like that's, or
No,
however I
stop
said that, like,
saying
that's
it.
not how you said it.
Stop saying it. Igor. Say Igor.
Igor,
Larionov.
Larionov,
Larry on off.
Larry on off.
There you
Russian
go.
names are actually very easy.
There we go. Al.
Yeah, for
Alex.
Russians.
Alex.
Alex.
O.
Oh,
Vetchkin.
I know him.
Ingevi. Malkin.
Malkin.
Oh, I love Malcolm.
I will say I've been calling him Malkin.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Potato.
Potato, Malkin. Popcorn.
Popcorn, pepcorn. Any final thoughts for the folks, guys?
No.
No.
Not one thought. What do you mean? No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I won't be here next week. I'll be in Vancouver. While you guys are doing the show, I'll be at the Canucks Lights game and then Knights game. And then after the game, I'm going to meet up with the team.
Is Vancouver guys? I saw they just had like 3 comebacks in a row, right?
They actually
score like
dude,
5 goals in a minute.
hold
or
on.
something like that.
They scored 3 goals in less than a minute and then got the game winner in overtime.
Yep.
Never in NHL history. So in the same week that Alex Ovechkin broke the NHL goal scoring record, a record that no one thought would be broken, the Vancouver Canucks broke this record and did the fastest comeback ever. I also wanted to touch, now that, you know what? We're going to have our hockey podcast. I wanted to touch the Alex Ovechkin, which is unbelievable that he did this. But the amount of Neanderthals on the internet that were like, Austin Matthews had this for his goals against Eagles games. I please stop this. Austin Matthews would have to get 40 goals for the next 20 years every season. That guy can barely finish a season without getting injured, and people actually think that he, of all people, Captain Mustachio, is going to break the goal record from Alexander Ovechkin.
Listen, all we want in this world is for the Toronto Maple Leafs to be consistent, and their fans are consistently embarrassing. So at least they're doing one thing correct.
I couldn't believe it was the Hockey News that put out that tweet, and I was like,
"Ooh!"
And I know 2 writers on the team on that work at the Hockey News, so I decided to let that one go because I wanted to roast that tweet. I wanted to dunk on that tweet so badly.
Oh, Daisy Orr would have gotten it.
Daisy Orr's
on a console would have gotten after it. Who cares?
Dude, it was bad. It was
3/4 of Twitter is just bots anyway. No one's reading it.
Dude, seriously. I got rid of it. Dude, how about this one? Recently, I got rid of my Threads account. Pez, you'd be proud. I got rid of my Threads account. I also, if you go onto my profiles and all that, so my Instagram, I deleted anything to do with any PR, anything. It's all gone. I deleted every PR post I've ever put on Instagram. It's gone.
Gone.
It gone. It gone forever.
No ad.
Yeah.
Gone.
If it's going to be anywhere, I'll put it on Bruins Diehards, do it on 3 Dads in the Console. I'm not putting it on my personal Instagram.
go.
It's gone. It's gone forever.
It.
I'm done. I'm done with that garbage.
Done with that hot gap.
I look at the NHL right now. Pasternak, I feel bad for him. He definitely should get some hard votes. He's not going to win it because the team's not going to make the playoffs.
Right.
But the first round of the playoffs in the East, It's going to be so good. The Montreal Canadiens are going to make it. The Ottawa Senators are going to make it. And somebody between those two is either going to knock out the Leafs or the Washington Capitals. Because mark my words right now, either Montreal or Ottawa will make it past the first round.
Let's go Ottawa.
Yeah.
Let's go Linus.
I think Ottawa has a very good chance.
Let's go Stutzel.
They're playing the Leafs, right?
I mean, I was going to root for him
yeah.
anyway, but if they're playing the Leafs, I'm totally rooting
They're
for
playing
them.
the Leafs, and the
Yeah.
Canadians are playing the Caps.
Yeah.
You know what?
I really like the Montreal Canadiens. They're getting Demidov. Like the Montreal Canadiens, like, wow, but if you're thinking stonks and cards to get, Hudson, Lane Hudson, but Demidov, next year,
Hudson's
that's
already
going to be in
200.
Series 1. That's going to be a huge rookie in next year's Series 1.
I
Speaking
would
of-
like to
okay.
congratulate Alexander Ovechkin on his win. Because I am extremely petty, I hope both them and the Leafs lose in the first round.
Yeah, fair. That's fair.
When you meet Pavel Dorofiev, can you have him sign your Young Guns and say thanks for the stonks?
No. Yes, but you have to say it in Russian. Well, I don't know why that's so funny.
Well,
Google Translate's a thing, man. You can just put it on
Hey.
your phone.
United States is very friendly with Russia. They're the only ones not getting tariffs. So
I mean, them in North Korea.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to? So
the two biggest communist countries in the whole world, the both ones that like treat people with zero respect, are the only ones in the United States is like, you know what? We like
That's
them.
my guy.
Do you-
That's my
so
man.
I looked up in Google Translate stonks to Russian. I put it in our channel. I just want you guys to visually see how wild this word is. I'm going to try to pronounce it with the English. Obstrelaye viet artilleryskism omgum. That's the word stonks.
Now,
or-
ladies and gentlemen, if your nana or grandpa are talking like that, please call 911 because they're having a stroke.
I just that's wild that one word is that many letters.
You know, Russia, man.
I have no any other hockey thoughts before we say goodbye to the folks.
No, Bruins tankathon, tank season.
That's
Ten
right.
Red Square
I'm
season.
here for the tank.
All right, if you are a tank commander and you enjoy our content, please make sure to subscribe to us at 3 Dads and a Console on YouTube and
True.
check us out at 3dadsconsole.com. We do have packs coming up in about a month, so we are starting to book some stuff. So make sure to stay tuned to our socials and our website and YouTube. Also, leave us a like and comment below your favorite stonk. All right, bye.